Hey everybody, so I decided that I was going to come on live right now and I wanted to talk to you guys all about skincare, because you guys see me do makeup all the time and makeup is so much fun. You guys obviously get to pick whatever makeup you guys want to see me do, and that's all the fun. But the truth of the matter is, the most important part is the skincare. So there's a couple of things when it's coming to talking about skincare that is super important, and that's how you're taking care of your skin. I don't care whether you're using the Senegence products or you're using other products. There's important factors and things that you need to be doing when you are doing your daily routine, which really you should be doing a daily routine. And I'm going to show you guys how to properly be doing your skincare routine. So obviously you're going to get your face wet. So I have some water here. I decided to get a bowl to put the water into, because I like to have moisture. You guys can do this in the shower, however you want to do it. So generally your first step is always going to be your cleanser. This is all the cleanser that I have to use. It's very little. That'll actually cover all the way down to here. But you know, with a shirt on, it makes it a little more difficult. So one of the really important factors when you're doing your skincare routine, and all too many times I see people doing this incorrectly, is that you're going in an upward and outward motion. So I'm just kind of spreading my cleanser all over my face. Now I'm going to upwards and outward to cleanse. And on my nose I do the circular thing, because it's kind of there, gets in the way. It's hard to go upwards and outwards on that unless you want to stick your finger up your nose. Okay. Anyways, and if you do your skincare in this manner like I'm doing, over a sink or whatnot, best thing to do is have your water running, and if your cleanser starts to feel like it's getting dry, add a little bit of water to your fingers, and that's going to help to re-moisten it. Your cleanser is a cleanser, just that, cleanser. So if it's getting dry on your face, that means you're rubbing it in. That's unnecessary. So you want to make sure that you are keeping it wet. And you can see I'm going upwards on my neck, upwards and outwards. Very important. If you start pulling in the other direction, what you're happening is that you're going against your muscles in your face, which is really bad for them, because, well, pretty much everybody wants to get that younger appearance, and so you want to go with the muscles instead of against them. Same thing when I'm taking my cleanser off. I'm going to go in that upward and outward motion. Because you want to keep making the skin better. You can go side to side on your forehead. Of course, that's much easier. But even that, you can kind of see I still am going that upwards and outwards motion. So I'm just going to rinse out my washcloth real quick. And if you are somebody who has a lot of issues with a lot of flakes on your skin, you have dry skin, or you don't exfoliate very often, exfoliation is a good thing. It's going to get rid of all the dead skin cells. Maybe not all of them the first time, but with continued use, you're going to get that all taken care of. So, next I'm going to do my polishing exfoliator, which is this one. Again, this is a product that is going onto the top of the skin. We're not rubbing it in. So if it starts to feel like it's getting dry, you want to add a little bit of moisture to it. Just add some water, and everything's going to go in that upwards and outward motion. Which is totally the opposite of what you're doing when you're putting your makeup on. When you're putting your makeup on, you want it to go on smoothly. You want to keep shadows away, because our faces, like the rest of our body, are covered with hair. There's those little tiny baby fine hairs, and they're all over our body. They're there for protection, unnecessarily, but it does help with keeping heat in your body. You can also see I'm avoiding the eye area. Now it's starting to feel like it's a little dry, so I'm going to add a little water to my fingers so that I can easily move it around. And this is just polishing. I'm also avoiding getting it on my lips because this is an exfoliator. Same thing if you're using a mask. You want to make sure that you are avoiding your eye area. You can go on the sides of your nose. I love this because I don't have to wait for it to dry to do its job. I just get to use it and I get to be done with it. Get my neck. And this stuff is so soft and smooth. It's kind of funny that it's full of volcanic ash. You can feel it working a little bit, but at the same time, it's like just putting on a creamy, silky texture onto your skin. It's great. So, again, I'm just getting dead skin cells off. Masking and exfoliating, especially with a product that is specifically designed for doing that. You should only be doing it 2, maybe 3 times a week, but if you over exfoliate, you can actually damage your skin. So it's important to exfoliate, but not to exfoliate too much. And if you have really sensitive skin, you can actually cause more problems with your skin by over exfoliating. So again, I'm just taking off the mask, and I'm still doing the upwards and outward motions. So you can see it coming off onto my washcloth. Again, this can be done in the shower if you're one of those people that likes to do it in that way. I'm just so blind that generally I have just adjusted my entire life to doing my skincare over the sink. I have to shave my legs when I'm in a bathtub because if I have my glasses in instead of my contacts, I can't see. And that means that when I get in the shower or in the bath, yeah, there's no visibility. So, right now I luckily have my contacts in, so I can see what I'm doing. Now I want to make sure I get all of the little grit off of my face, because generally, especially in the mornings or afternoon as it happens to be right now, because I'm doing this video for you guys, makeup is the next thing. And you want to make sure that there's no grit left on your face when you're doing any kind of exfoliation afterwards, because that's just going to cause irritation and make your makeup not look as nice and smooth. Yay, nice smooth skin. Along with being an exfoliator, the polishing exfoliator has moisturizing properties. So you're getting moisturizing and exfoliation all at the same time. Now you can see how red that I'm turning from this, and honestly, I could just put the washcloth over my face and rub it around and I would turn super red. It's just me, because I have very sensitive skin. So this redness is not from the product, it is from touching my face. Ooh, I had a hair that was getting in my way. Now, if you have a feeling like you have too much stuff left on your face, or you're not getting everything off, you can always go ahead and do your cleanser again to make sure you get all of any mask or exfoliation product off that you were just using. Next thing is going to be my eye cream. Now, if you guys have, looked back at my older photos, which are only just a couple months old because I've only been in the company for that long, there's very few photos, and yes, I am using the eye cream on my forehead because the wrinkles that I have on my forehead, they are going away. And the one right here, my crease from squinting at the sun because I have blue eyes and the sun hurts me, yeah, it has basically taken that away. Now here's another important thing. When you're doing your skincare, any eye products, your moisturizers, your creams, this is eye cream, you need to use your ring finger for your application. And you're going to gently pat it into place. It's called stippling, in case you don't know that. This area right here is the most sensitive skin. Second most sensitive is your lips. That's why you avoid when you're masking or doing an exfoliator to avoid your skin, unless it's specifically designed for your lips. It's best to keep it off of your lips so that you're not causing more damage to them. So if you notice, I put my thumb here, and then I'm using the actual muscle strength of my ring finger. The reason that you want to use your ring finger is because it's the weakest finger of all of your fingers. This, you'd think your pointer finger is going to be the strongest. It's actually your middle finger that's the strongest. It tends to get used a lot more than the index finger because it is the longest. Your ring finger is the weakest, and then your pinky actually has more strength than your ring finger. So now I've done my solutions. Next is going to be the moisturizer. Oh, you know what? I have to go grab my daytime moisturizer. I only have my nighttime moisturizer here in the bathroom. I'll be right back. Awesome thing about our daytime moisturizer, I am back, is this is going to give you an SPF of 15, and it's a mechanical sunscreen. Most products you know of, they are a chemical sunscreen, which means that it's using chemicals to create a temporary layer over your skin, and then those chemicals are absorbing into your system, because believe it or not, our skin is porous over our entire body. We don't tend to think about that, but it is, and it's also the largest organ of the entire body, so, and we don't care for it well enough. Again, I'm doing upwards and outwards motions, even when putting my moisturizer on. Get some extra moisturizer here and then on my eyes. A lot of times dark circles can be caused by, for one, not being hydrated well enough, and lack of moisture from the outside too. So drinking lots of water is always good for you. And then a lot of times dark circles are also bruises. So if you are habitual, rubber of your eyes, you probably have a lot of bruising that you don't realize it's actually bruising. So if you can break the habit of rubbing your eyes, it's going to help that to get better. So that is the skincare routine. Just a quick one using my exfoliator. First I cleansed, then I exfoliated. Our cleanser is a 3-in-1, so it's going to have your cleanser, your toner, and it also exfoliates with the one that I use, which is the normal to oily, because I do have oily skin. So then I do my exfoliator, then I do my solutions, which is my eye cream, and then I put my daytime moisture on. So now I have a SPF of 15, just as if I was to do this with my shirt and put it over my face. That's what our sunscreen does. It's like putting a t-shirt over your face. Instead of being chemical, it is a mechanical sunscreen. It's super, super awesome. Well, I hope you guys got some sort of information, something that you learned today. If you have any questions, please make sure you ask them. Put them in the comments, post them on the wall, whatever you want to do. It's all good. And be sure to follow the video. So, at the end of the video, it gives you that little option to follow. That'll let you know every time that I go live. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.